Respected leaders and warriors of All India Kishan Sangh Coordination Committee, my warm greetings to everyone and my special thanks to Madam Medha Patkar for inviting me to address this urgent and important meeting. For more than 2 months, several thousand farmers have protesting along with their families demanding a repeal of the anti-people farm laws. They are braving the extreme, bitter cold temperatures of Delhi in winter. Never before have we witnessed such a long drawn, peaceful, non violent struggle in our nation. This is the revolution of our era, a revolution that Modi's government did not anticipate. 10 rounds of talks have failed because the government doesn't want to budge, but the farmers are also vehement and resolute in their decision. In solidarity with the farmers, VCK organized and participated several demonstrations demanding the repeal of the farm laws. We also protested in front of Ambani and Adani owned enterprises in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, heeding the call of the farmers to boycott these corporates. Last week, on 21st January, we also held a statewide demonstration in this regard. Without agricultural production, humankind cannot continue. This is not a struggle that only involves farmers and agricultural workers. It is a struggle that deeply involves the lives of 130 crore Indians. Farmers have rightly labeled the three farm laws as the Adani Ambani laws. Once these new laws come into force, farmers will no longer sell to small traders or to the state. They will have to deal directly with the corporates. Here, it is Adani and Ambani. Adani is a capitalist created by Modi, who has in the last 10-15 years become one of the richest men in the world. Adani and Ambani both exert their influence and domination over every arena, but they are not spending their money, they are spending bank loans. What is a bank loan but people's money? Everyone is aware of why Modi cannot disobey his capitalist masters Adani and Ambani. BJP has to face elections in each and every state, and they have to face the parliamentary elections also. Where will they find the thousands of crores they need to keep winning elections? They first make laws which enable them to get any amount of money from corporates. Why does not even raise a worker's salary by 1 rupee who exploits the very labor he employs? Give money to Modi. Because the capitalist expects favors in return. That's how profits are made. In the guise of protecting farmers from small traders and intermediaries who make profits, Modi is intent on handing over all of the procurement to his crony capitalist friend Adani and Ambani. If the state procures food grains and farm produce at a minimum support price, farmers will not have to sell at a loss, forcing them to abandon agriculture. When Adani Group begins to procure everything that's produced, the state will completely step back and abdicate its role. Adani will bleed the farmers dry. Adani making profits from agriculture means that India's poorest people will go hungry. It will mean the destruction of lakhs of farmers' futures. Already, every single item has been struck down from the essential commodities list, saying that these will be determined only in times of natural disaster or calamity. Will this not lead to hoarding? It is worthwhile to recall that Adani Group has constructed large silo godowns all over India, even before the formulas were brought about. Was this not based on a mutual understanding with Modi? Will Adani Group replace the Food Corporation of India? We need to constantly remind people that these formulas deliver a death blow to the idea of India as a welfare state. These economic policies, as a part of the liberalization, privatization, and globalization agenda that will only benefit the biggest capitalists. Within this neoliberal framework, the state must not offer any services, schools, colleges, hospitals, or even food. If the Modi government decides to close the ration shops overnight, there will be a great uproar. To move towards such a step, these formulas are being introduced. Government will stop procurement, handing it over entirely to Adani. Government godowns will lie empty. FCI will become dysfunctional. No public distribution system will exist. This is an attack on people's food security. Already our nation witnesses malnutrition, stunting and shocking rates of anemia. These steps will eventually have disastrous consequences. Other horrors like genetically modified crops also await us. Further, these neoliberal economic policies are also an attempt to destroy social justice. Liberalization will pave the way for privatization, and privatization means there is no reservation anymore. As an Ambedkarite and an elected people's representative who seeks to uphold the Indian Constitution, I wish to point out that Modi's government does not have the constitutional power to bring in these three legislations. Agriculture is not on the union list, it is on the state list. Modi trying to push the three formulas is nothing but interference. The union government has no rights to legislate on a subject in the state list. These three laws are unconstitutional and illegal. We cannot watch state rights being snatched away by the union government. This is also why every state government can now bring in an ordinance on fixing a minimum support price as per the recommendations of M.S. Swaminathan Commission. Finally, I wish to remind everyone that more than 70% of Dalit people who are engaged in agriculture do not own any land. They are coolies who work for daily wages on other people's land. But we, the landless panthers, will always demand that farmers' rights are protected. These farm laws affect farmers and agricultural workers. Only Adani, Ambani and Modi will benefit. Modi government is trying to fool the people by saying that they will keep these laws in pendency for 1.5 years. We are also concerned with the manner in which the Supreme Court has stepped in to rescue Modi and his crony capitalist friends. These interim stay keeping 26 January in mind and the appointment of a four-member committee only with the people in support of the farm laws points towards an underground nexus. Modi is perhaps throwing his influence, the credibility and reliability of the Supreme Court, the last refuge to seek justice, come under question. We once again reiterate our demands. Modi government must repeal the three farm laws. State governments, including Tamil Nadu, must introduce an ordinance on minimum support price as per the recommendations of the M.S. Swaminathan Commission. Supreme Court must dissolve the one-sided committee. BJP-led union government must stop snatching away states' rights. We are united with the farmers in this historic struggle, and we are always prepared to agitate and to take to the streets alongside them to make sure that these three farm laws are repealed and that the Indian nation is not sold out to the corporates. We salute the farmers and extend them our complete solidarity and support in their revolutionary struggle. Thank you very much.